Sana says, my non-Muslim neighbor gives me food. Can we eat from it or should we give it back to her? Why should you give it back to her? Especially if your non-Muslim neighbor is either a Jew or a Christian, يعني أهل الكتاب, and you know that their food, if it was slaughtered, such as if you are living in a Muslim country where all the food is halal, no questions asked, so this is beef, and if they give you the food, even though they are non-Muslims, accept it, and also give them a gift, send a plate with other food, and so on. Tahadu tahabbu. Hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, exchange gifts so you like each other. If she's trying to approach you because you are neighbors, it is in the Quran that the neighbors, even the non-Muslim neighbors, following any faith, do have rights upon us. Read if you wish in Surah An-Nisa, وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَالْجَارِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْجَارِ الْجُنُبِ وَالصَّاحِبِ بِالْجَنْبِ وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ وَمَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ مَنْ كَانَ مُخْتَالًا فَخُورًا. Allah mentioned 3 types of neighbors whom we must take care of them, look after them. So there are neighbors who have 3 rights upon us: the right of Islam, the right of kinship, and the right of the neighborhood. And there are neighbors who maintain 2 rights upon us. They are neighbors and Muslims. And there are neighbors who maintain the right of the neighborhood. They are the non-Muslim neighbors. They do have rights upon us, and that is mentioned in the Quran. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam considered taking care of the neighbors and looking after them, being kind to them, is a sign of faith. He said, مَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيُكْرِمْ جَارَهُ. Let him honor his neighbor if he believes in Allah and in the last day. The situation may be different if you are living in a non-Muslim country and they give you food and you know for sure this food is haram. Take it. You can discard it. You can give it to a pet, but don't make them feel that you don't eat their food because you don't like them. In the beginning, take the food if it contains meat. And as I said, you can you don't eat it, of course, but you can discard it, but don't hurt her feeling. But if you know for sure the food is slaughtered halal, if it is meat, then eat it, of course, even if they're non-Muslims. If the food does not contain meat, then eat it, and there is no problem with that. Why am I explaining in details? Because I don't know where the questioner from, whether from a Muslim country where Muslims and non-Muslims are working, like in some countries in the Gulf, in India, in Pakistan, in the Middle East, or in a non-Muslim country where it is not permissible, for instance, to slaughter according to your Sharia. So the question would have a different answer accordingly.